For those of you who are wondering why I'm standing up, because my camera stand is a little bit busy at the moment. I can't really tell you what my camera stand is doing. My camera stand does enjoy its own privacy, but I mean, standing up doing reviews has its benefits. You know, I can lie down on this wall here and I can be like, hey, what's up? And you know what else has its benefits? 2 Point Hospital. Nailed it. 2 Point Hospital is, I think, not as good as a game as 2 Point Campus, but I think it's still very much worth playing because it has a lot of unique mechanics that are not present in 2 Point Campus. And let's talk about it. 2 Point Hospital has staff management and a lot of micromanagement when it comes to the staff. So you have staff promotions, staff requests. There's really a lot of mechanics revolving the staff that get thrown out of the door with the release of 2 Point Campus, because 2 Point Campus is very much focused on the students rather than the staff. But it's kind of weird because, you know, in a university, usually the students and the faculty have some kind of relationship that would be really great to explore in the context of a video game. You know, I'm not the best person to say this because I dropped out of university, yeah. But I would think that a university would have this kind of unique stuff that I think would translate well to a video game. You know, relationship between the student and faculty. But back to the topic of 2 Point Hospital. 2 Point Hospital is just generally a deeper management game. It's not as beginner friendly as 2 Point Campus. It's not as accessible as 2 Point Campus. It's very much made for people who already like Bullfrog games or people who already like building games, tycoon games, you know, simulation games. It's made for that kind of audience, and 2 Point Campus is a little bit made for a wider audience, I would say. And something else with 2 Point Hospital is the gameplay loop is also a little bit more stressful. And the gameplay loop is people come in, people come out. It's a different thing with 2 Point Campus. 2 Point Campus, the students come in and they stay for 3 or 4 years, they decide on their career and then they graduate. In 2 Point Hospital, people come in, you either cure them or they die in your hospital. Okay, it's super stressful, it makes you feel really guilty, and I love that. I love that feeling in the video game. And 2 Point Hospital is good in that way. You know, it's a great management game, and it really makes you think, and it really makes you want to act fast, and you must act fast or people will die. That's the best thing about 2 Point Hospital. It makes it kind of unique, you know, that kind of rush, that adrenaline, and keeps you on the edge of your seat in a way that 2 Point Campus doesn't, because 2 Point Campus is a much more chill kind of game. Something else with 2 Point Hospital, it has kind of a charm and humor of its own, very much kind of a modern continuation of the DNA of the early Bullfrog games. So I think that it's very charming and it kind of has its own world and its own characters that make it worth a play just for that. I mean, it's kind of weird to talk about world and character in a city building game or in a tycoon game, but that's kind of what makes these 2 Point games special. You know, in a sea of simulation and building games where it's all about realism, it's so nice to have this series that doesn't focus on realism and instead goes for a very cartoonish and humorous tone. But beyond that, I don't think there's pretty much any other reason why you would choose 2 Point Hospital over 2 Point Campus, unless you just have a thing for hospitals. Alright, if you just have a thing for hospitals, you don't need me to tell you that you should go with the hospital game. Alright, I don't know. Some people out there, they're into weird stuff. I'm not gonna judge, but I think for general players, 2 Point Campus is the better option to begin with. If you're a newcomer, 2 Point Campus is a lot more beginner friendly. Okay, it guides you a lot more than 2 Point Hospital, which really throws you into the jungle a lot more. And 2 Point Campus is just a better game. I think it's just a better design game. It has new features as well. If you're a veteran and if you already played 2 Point Hospital, you already enjoy it, then you don't have to think. Just go and buy 2 Point Campus, because if you enjoy Hospital, chances are you're gonna enjoy Campus. It's similar, but it has a few new features, and I'm gonna talk about the new features right now. The biggest change, I think, is the customization. It's just so much better this time around. If you played sandbox mode back in 2 Point Hospital, it's not good. 2 Point Hospital is a good management game. It's not a good creativity game. It's a not not a good game if you like building Legos, unless you like building Legos following the rules. So Two Point Campus, it has a lot more freedom. It's still not on the same level as its contemporaries. It's still not like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it has a lot more freedom, I think, than Two Point Hospital. And a lot of the items in the game, you can change their colors, you can change their style, and it makes for a lot more variety visually when you're constructing your own campus. However, you still don't have stuff like color wheels. Okay, you can choose from like 24 colors. There's only like 5 or 6 colors in the game. And it makes color coordination a total nightmare in the game, because a lot of the items only have 5 or 6 different colors maximum. Sometimes they only have like 3 or 4 different colors, and it's always different colors. It's always the different 3 or 4 colors for different items, and it becomes so difficult to coordinate stuff by color. Now, I've been talking too much about colors. Let's talk about something else. Something good. Let's talk about a positive thing, because you can build outdoors in this game. Yes, the great outdoors. You can go out now. Yeah, you can build decorations outside of your campus. You can build food vendors and drink vendors, and you can build a whole food market outside of the campus. It's awesome. And you can have custom buildings with different shapes and sizes. You can build a campus building in the shape of a penis, alright? No one's gonna stop you. But something weird is that you can expand the buildings you already have. This is a game that's very much about space management. You don't want any space to go to waste in this game. So the fact that you can't customize the buildings you already have and you need to build a whole new building makes the game have a lot of wasted space. It's very frustrating. Something else frustrating is the bugs. Two Point Campus is a new game. It's definitely not as bad as a few other modern games out there, but it still has bugs. And I want to mention, like, the biggest bug is when you would place an item in a certain area and it would say it's invalid, but it's not invalid, but the game says it's invalid, and it really messes with your mind because it makes you question the meaning of your life. And any game that makes you question the meaning of your life probably has a little bit of problem, and that's very weird. Also, the music in the game. The music gets a little bit annoying after a while, because it has like the same 5 songs and it keeps replaying the same 5 songs for like 15 hours when you play the game. But I don't want to be too negative, okay? Because Two Point Campus is a great game. It's definitely gonna be one of my favorite games of the year, definitely. I just like building my own campus, and I like having students this time. Having students make the game so much more engaging, because you can really look into the students' lives. Each student has different personality, a different life, different career paths. It makes the game very alive in a way that Two Point Hospital never was. Generally, I recommend playing Two Point Campus first, but if you're into hospitals, if you're into that kind of time constraints and you're into the game pushing you to be as fast as possible, then go with Two Point Hospital. Otherwise, if you just want to have fun and build whatever you want to build, just go with Two Point Campus, because Two Point Campus also has a very substantial single player campaign as well that's gonna keep you hooked. I mean, it takes me like 2 hours to finish each level. Maybe I'm just better at the game, I don't know. Maybe I just have the skill level of a 4-year-old when it comes to video games. But I still feel like it's a very long campaign and it's gonna keep you hooked for a very long time. And Two Point Campus, I think it's just a great game, but it still has room for improvement. I want color wheels. Please at least give us like 24 color options. Let us rotate our items 360 degrees. I mean, this game does constantly force you to rotate your items according to a grid-based system, which can kind of be weird sometimes as well. And let the game be symmetrical, please. It's not a big thing to ask, I suppose. The game also has a lot of great quality of life changes from Two Point Hospital as well, like the ability to copy and paste items. But I want even more quality of life changes in the future, just to make the game a little bit more user friendly. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm really looking forward to whatever Two Point game they want to do next. Two Point shopping mall, Two Point prison, Two Point apartment, I don't know, Two Point anything. I'm totally on board, okay?